They are probably the most resilient kids I've ever seen here at the shelter. All of the kids that come in through here, they're all resilient. They just want someone to look up to. They just want someone to let them know that they're safe and just to listen to them and allow them to be kids and play. Because a lot of the times they haven't been able to play. They've been taking care of family members, brothers, sisters, you know, trying to protect brother and sister from dad. And when they come here, they've never had a chance to play. And so that's their time to play.
So what happens in the first page? Can you tell me?
Julian arrived here at the shelter to flee a domestic violence situation with his mother and his 4 siblings. He arrived here and we provided a safe environment for him and his family. Once he was here and he felt safe, most of his behavior started coming about, which was hitting, kicking, screaming, tantruming, and cursing.
Did you say bad words yesterday?
I think in Julian's world, he saw his dad acting out, and he didn't know that families were any different. He also loves his dad, so it provides a lot of, you know, confusion for him, and he doesn't know really where to go. It's almost like he's torn between mom and dad.
Do you remember yesterday when we talked about the bad stuff that was in your head when you remember your papi? Yeah?
I know what happened.
Tell me.
My papi stamping on my dad. Bam.
I think Julian is going to have to work really hard on breaking the pattern of violence, but early intervention has been shown to really help kids. So had he gone to Escuelita, he might be really successful in school when he goes. He's such a great kid, and I think that when people see him and, you know, he's tantruming or he's cursing, I think that people need to be aware that this is part of what he's been through, and it's coming out that way. And that's the great part about Escuelita, is that the staff there are equipped to handle those behaviors.
The best time in a person's life to address domestic violence or really assist them in that, really all I can say is the younger the better.
When a kid comes to Escuelita, they're usually really quiet, they're withdrawn, they're frightened. A lot of them are crying. They're afraid to be somewhere strange. These kids have been through some pretty ugly stuff and through a lot of trauma.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So it's even harder than other kids' first day of school. They are frightened, and they're frightened for a long time. But then 3 months later, you come back and you see that same kid greeting you at the door, telling you, oh, let me show you this, let me show you that. That same kid now is the kid that can't get quiet for nap time, which is wonderful because that's the way kids should be. And we need more kids to be able to take advantage of this.
So we're going to remember those 3 things. We're going to remember that hands are not for hitting. We're going to remember to calm ourselves down. And we're going to remember to use our words. Good job, friends. You did really good today. Are we ready to say goodbye to Miss Dinah?
Bye. Bye.
Okay, she's going to give you soft, gentle hugs, okay? So remember how we're going to give a hug to Miss Dinah, okay?
The children that come here are children 3 to 5 years old. Every child that comes here has been referred because they've been exposed to domestic violence. We have developmental services at our hand. If we need to refer a child for a behavior issue, a physical issue, an individualized educational plan, any kind of assessment, it's at our fingertips.
And I think that's why Escuelita has been so successful. And when you look at these kids as they grow older, you will see that some of the behavior has either ceased or it has been reduced. But really, the younger they are, the better that it is.
The most important thing is that they've really learned to know who they are and to learn to love themselves. And it's like the little song that they sing, you can learn to love others when you learn to love yourself.
Our biggest hope with South Bay and Escuelita and Casa Seguras is that it will really help our children to form healthy relationships in their future, to stop the cycle of violence, to feel that they don't need to have violence within their home, to be happy, to be able to be kids, to play, to be able to grow up and have a relationship with someone without violence in their family, and just have a brighter future. And so I see families moving on, being self-sufficient, going to school, making their own memories, leaving the abuse behind and the violence behind. That's what I hope to see.